After the Valley welcomes in the new year, we'll dive right into the Palm Springs International Film Festival. We begin tonight with our breaking news out of Palm Desert. And the home behind me has been dubbed the Paris prison home. It's where police say the 17-year-old daughter escaped from. Just south of the rest center here at Cactus City, that's where we've seen all-terrain vehicles. All hands on deck for day 3 in the search for this missing couple. Search and rescue teams dealing with thousands of square acres. After that earthquake this morning, the phones in our newsroom, we obtained these court documents today. Clearly emotional throughout our interview. This craft beer weekend celebrates the microbrewers, hopheads, cask masters, and maltsters who make the world a better place for beer lovers. 5 deputies have been shot, 1 fatally on New Year's Eve in Colorado. As soon as the sun sets here in Sacramento, it's expected to be about 8:30. Besides the sheer size and weight of these vehicles, as well as the extra effort it takes to brake, there are some major blind spots that drivers should be aware of. You can see quite the mess behind me. A vehicle has gone through the fence, overturned, and crashed onto the edge of the airport. Just before 5 p.m. an explosion was heard before a house was fully engulfed in flames. And when you're walking around this area, there are numerous storefronts that sit empty. Yeah, the children have retired for summer. Obviously, the heat and the sunshine has not.
Nobody told the weather that it's time to take a break.
That's your job, right?
I'm going to try my best.
Okay, get to it. Tomorrow, the president will make a major announcement on the fate of hundreds of thousands of people known as dreamers. Will they be allowed to continue to live, work, and attend college in the U.S. without fear of deportation? We'll take a look at that tonight. Good evening and welcome to Local 2 News at 5:30. Also streaming live on CBSLocal2.com. I'm Katie Widner. Brooke Berry and Chris Long have the night off. A decision by President Donald Trump could change the lives of nearly 800,000 people tomorrow. The president is expected to end the program protecting young immigrants who were brought into the U.S. illegally as children. CBS Local 2's Lauren Coronado joins us live in the studio with more from people who say they're living in fear of tomorrow's announcement. Lauren, thank you for that. Local Democratic leaders are gathering in Cathedral City on this Labor Day to rally for workers and a living wage. CBS Local 2's Joe Galley is live at Civic Center Plaza with a preview of what's to come. Hi, Joe. Thank you. We'll check back in with you at 6:30 as well. We'll see you then. Fire crews continue to battle the Palmer fire burning to the west of us in Beaumont. The fire sparked Saturday afternoon and has since scorched 3,800 acres. The flames sparked near San Timoteo Canyon and Live Oak Canyon roads. Nearly 500 people were forced out of their homes over the weekend. Some animals had to be evacuated from a nearby ranch as well. More than 400 firefighters have been working to stop the spread of those flames. CAL FIRE says it was sparked by illegal fireworks. All mandatory evacuations have since been lifted and all roads reopened. The fire is 50% contained tonight. Meanwhile, the largest wildfire in the city of Los Angeles history has been contained. Officials say there is no active fire left in the area, but that does not mean the threat is over. Concerns remain that if the winds pick up, hot embers could spread and spark it again. The La Tuna fire tore through roughly 7,000 acres, destroying at least 4 homes.
Within 15 minutes, the house was overtaken. There's nothing standing, no walls, everything is just ash.
We left things we had packed up and because we thought, we have minutes.
Right.
We had 90 seconds.
More than 1,000 firefighters battled the flames over the weekend. Police are still investigating a shooting in Indio that killed a 20-year-old over the weekend. Brooke, Chris at news conference giving us more insight into the background of the family that resided in the home behind me. The Sheriff's Department saying they had never responded to any calls here at the home, and a representative for Child Protective Services saying it wasn't on their radar either.
Just before 6 o'clock in the morning, a 17-year-old girl called 911 from a deactivated cell phone and reported that her siblings were being held against their will, and some were chained. Deputies responding to the home in the 100 block of Muirwoods Road, where they learned the girl had escaped through a window, bringing with her photographic evidence of what was happening inside. Deputies, when they arrived inside the house, they noticed that the children were malnourished. It was very dirty, and the conditions were horrific. 13 children, ages 2 to 29, at least 3 found shackled to furniture. An investigation revealing the family had previously lived in Marietta and Texas, moving to Paris in 2014. The children taught inside of the home.
The Riverside County Sheriff's Department saying at least one of the parents seemed to be surprised they were there.
I can't get into the specific details of the conversation, but it seemed that the mother was perplexed as to why we were at that residence.
Medical professionals who have cared for the victim say the situation is unlike anything they have seen, describing their staff as horrified.
I think they're stable and safe, and we want to respect their privacy. They've gone through a very traumatic ordeal. I can tell you that they're very friendly, they're very cooperative, and I believe that they're hopeful that life will get better for them after this event.
56-year-old David Allen Turpin and his wife, 49-year-old Louise Ann Turpin, now held on suspicion of committing multiple acts of torture and child abuse. And this still is an open investigation. Once it is completed, the findings will be submitted to the DA's office. The DA telling us that charges could be filed as early as Thursday afternoon. Coming up tonight at 6:30, we'll take a look at the condition of the children that were living in the home as they are tonight. And we also want to mention the Sheriff's Department is warning the public about a fraudulent GoFundMe page that has been set up. They say there's currently no legitimate GoFundMe page associated with this case. Once there is one, of course, we'll be sure to have it posted on our website, cbslocal2.com. For now, we're live in Paris. Katie Widner, CBS Local 2 News.
Katie, if you can clarify something, I think some of our viewers may be wondering. I mean, the age of these children, 2 to 29, but as far as we know so far, all of these were the birth children of this couple. Is that accurate as you know it right now?
That is accurate, Chris. During that news conference today, the Sheriff's Department did say, as far as they know, all the children, all 13 of them, are biological children of the two suspects. Of course, we'll go more into their background, as I mentioned, coming up tonight at 6:30.
What a story. Thank you, Katie.
It's chilling. First time I seen him at the hospital was a couple days ago, and he was really cold. It felt like I was touching, you know what I mean? Like he was already gone.
Sarah Brown describes single mother Carissa Cacaveri as an adopted sister and says she watched Carissa's 1-year-old son Parker nearly every morning.
He was amazing, full of energy. He smiled and he had this eye twitch, and sometimes it would get stuck and we would, you know what I mean, like try to get his focus, but he was just a perfect little baby all around. And he started talking a lot more recently.
About a month ago, the mother and son moved into this Yucca Valley trailer, but on Saturday, she reportedly left her son in the care of her boyfriend. Now, the building here behind me is a laundry room on the property. That's where the mother told friends and family she was when something happened. It's just steps away from her home. She says she was gone for only a few minutes. The boy hospitalized. Brown telling us his spinal cord was severed.
It's gruesome, just on oxygen tubes. He did have to go through brain surgery, so he's hooked up to every single thing you can imagine, and he's just laying there. Hopefully, you know, not in pain or...
Late Monday night, doctors officially declaring little Parker brain dead. Brown identified the mother's boyfriend, 34-year-old Arthur Thomas Davies of Yucca Valley, in this Facebook image. She says it was a new relationship.
Just, you know, it was something new, something fresh that she just basically kept to herself.
Davies now charged with murder and assault, resulting in the death of a child.
Just to pray. Pray for the mom, pray for Parker. No kid deserves that, so nobody still knows what happened, and we all just want to find out, and we want justice for Parker.